All right, welcome back to week two of the MVA season. Today's matchup is going to be Snowcap Gaming versus Flaming Tanukis, and I'm today with my co-cast is going to be Striker. If you want to introduce yourself.
How's it going, everyone? We got an exciting Asphodel matchup for you tonight to start off our week two action with Snowcapped Gaming looking to rebound from their week one loss against KWM, with Flaming Tanukis looking to carry their momentum after their victory over Cloud Sus in week one. So one team will be looking for redemption, one team looking to keep that ball rolling.
Of course, and just as he said, we are looking FT. I am FT owner. We are looking to keep our ball rolling.
Yep.
Oh, my fault. I clicked my mic. Looking, Flaming Tanuki is looking to play with three subs and Snowcap Gaming playing with their full roster. So we're about to see what's gonna happen. As
Yeah.
far as we're concerned, we are gonna be getting into map picks and bans here soon. You have anything to say, Striker?
Well, yeah, it should be a really interesting. We are only 2 weeks in, so we'll see how much impact the subs have. Unsure how well all the rosters are fully meshed yet. So I think it's not the worst week to have a sub lineup, and a lot of these subs are kind of strong MVA classics you may recognize from previous seasons, with Azzy and really kind of stepping in. Now forming a co-caster, but just for one night, maybe one night only, folks. Stepping back into the ring of competition. Yes,
Hey,
and
we could be potentially getting Azzy to compete next season. Who knows? Who knows? All right, and we will be transitioning to the map and bans.
always curious to
And
see what everyone will pick for these, honestly.
yep. Flaming Tanukis do have the higher cheating this so far, so they will be getting first map pick and ban. As far as whoever they choose, they will be getting ready to see this.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. Was fortunately out of town, so I was unable
Yeah.
to see these maps they played week one. So we interested to see what teams these maps, what maps they feel strong on this week. Will they try to play what they played in previous weeks, or will it be time to spice things up with something new?
So far in the previous games, we've seen a lot of Lotus, and in comparison to last season, where Lotus was picked, I want to say once or twice. What were your thoughts on that?
I think Lotus is a really interesting map. I think it really does actually allow for a lot of cool team play mechanics, which I think are very cool. And I think as like the map has had time to breathe, we've seen it in all levels of play now. I think people are more comfortable picking into it. And but it still has just enough of that unknown to it where you can potentially get some upsets or some wild stuff where some of the more defined maps you know how to play, if you know you have weaknesses, may not let you come in. Fracture now, first map banned by the Tanukis.
Yep, Flaming Tanukis will be choosing to ban Fracture. Kind of has been a little bit of a going thing now. Of course, it's me doing the map picks and bans, so I can confirm that it has. But what do you think? A lot of the teams last season did go with Fracture, and to see
It,
that a little bit, of the transition into where teams insta ban it. What are your thoughts?
I think I feel like, depending on what your team is, there are very few teams that are just okay at Fracture. It feels like a very much you are good at Fracture or you are bad at Fracture at this level.
Right, right.
And so I think if you establish that like you're not good at Fracture, you should not play Fracture. Kind
Yep.
of the same feel with Bind. Bind has like some interesting. Both maps have these kind of interesting quirks, where Bind really only has like where Bind is very limited rotations, where Fracture has almost too much rotations. Split though, first map selected. The classic defender-sided map. Going back to the days of the closed beta when a 210 attacking half was considered good. It's slowly rotating to a more attacker-sided map. There is that
I
Lotus you mentioned coming up in the
I
second map.
I would beg to differ on that split. I mean, I think split. I mean, even with the subtle map changes, I think it's still a very defender sided map. I don't. I mean, unless you have like, you literally, quite literally have an attack team, then that's when it turns into an attack team, an attack map. But I don't know. It's just something about split where it's always been defender sided for some reason.
Yeah, I think it will always continue some of the 50-50 angles that it presents. They try to take them away from the defenders, but at its core, there's still just a lot of chokes you have to push through as the attackers. And so it is definitely still defender sided, but it's
Right.
just not as oppressive as it once was. Now, Ascent, the classic "Do you know how to play Valorant" map, being banned here. A pretty classic decider in a lot of ways, but not this time. Haven, the other three-site map, not being picked. Haven, another kind of classic, pretty built in now. Pearl, so Pearl and Lotus. Really, these are the three most recent re-additions and additions to the map pool is what we'll be playing tonight.
And yeah, I mean, so far we're looking at a Flaming Tanuki's attack on split. I mean, like I said, it is a no-brainer. You are the one choosing your side. You definitely want to start with defense.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
same thing on Lotus. We're looking at Snowcap Gaming defending, and that's for Pearl. Looks like all three maps. It's gonna be an attack sided versus defense sided.
All right.
All right. All right, and then we are gonna be going to start the game now. So it's gonna be a one sight to see.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. A lot of good mashups. Flair versus Travis, the two real kind of power players for both these teams as we head into Agent Select. Flair locking in that Jet, Azzy locking in that Cypher. Azzy, a big fan of Cypher on this map, calling it Cypher's playground. Travis
I
locking
agree.
in the Killjoy. Travis, our Radiant needed. Yeah, but we're always going to refer to him by Travis. Interesting to see them on the Killjoy. Normally a Flash Initiator duelist player.
I mean, that's the first time I've seen Travis in general play a Sentinel. But I
I've
mean,
never seen him play a Sentinel in my life. I'm excited to see what they have cooked up, though.
and it
Itchy,
looks like
are we actually going to get our first deadlock on stream, or is Itchy baiting me?
I'm pretty sure we are getting baited right now.
Oh,
I
and
mean,
soon to a Yoro. So we're definitely being baited. Yoru 2, really, what a combo. All right, Parable, potentially Breach. Really interesting trap play setup. A little less flexible, but can be incredibly powerful. Clark locks in that Jet. Will we see the double duelist come out, which is being hinted at by Snowcapped? Classic double duelist. Barry going on that duelist.
and looks like Spaghettio's gonna be going Viper. I mean, Viper used to be very strong on this map, and after
Viper
a
still,
little,
I think, is strong, but I do like him as a more secondary smoke character.
right,
Oh,
right.
quick light
There
transition
it
onto
is.
that Omen. Similar
And-
team comps here, but not a clean mirror match. I'm always excited for when it's not just a mirror match.
Right. I mean, it's happened before where you see a mirror match, and what you're really looking at is just see what each team has cooked up.
Yeah,
Different strategies, different stuff like that.
it'll be interesting because Sky's a very flexible initiator, good intel kind of mixed in there. Breach is really about his stun and flash. Does not really get a lot of intel, but has a lot of really good sight entry and disable. But it needs to be timed up well with the team, where Sky can be a little more free flowing with the dog and the bird providing that information. Same with the alts. Kind of one is an info alt, one is a big execute alt. Cypher can have a lot of interesting, really cool setups and some one ways. KJ, more really good at bunkering down, holding those nano swarms can be very difficult to push through. And so interesting how those kind of stylistically play different, but we both having the double duelist setup, Jet Rays, pretty popular, even up to the higher levels, you'll still see it come out. And I think Omen is probably the best smoke character on this. I have a lot of flexibility, that Omen blind, incredibly powerful.
Right. And going back to that Cipher versus KJ thing that you were talking about, I mean, I would like to bring up a point where I don't think you would necessarily go for the Cipher on this map, unless you have a Cypher main. And going off to what we're saying, Azzy is definitely a Cypher main. You know, we've seen it before, we've seen it happen. So I think if Azzy's not in here, you see a double KJ.
Yeah, I could see that, but as he really believes in this agent, so we're gonna let them cook. All right, looking like we're setting up kind of pretty classic defender set up for Snowcapped Gaming, but a 5-stack here on A. Early Smokes trying to take some ramp control. First contact is taken. Jet versus Jet. Fly comes in a bit. Both Jets flash. One dashes away. Spaghetti Rivas get that first kill as he trades right back. Flirt gets another, but Itchy trades back. 3 versus 3. Damage onto Flare. Only 45 HP. Everyone else pretty full health. Travis takes down Azzy in the Sentinel, but low HP. Nade's coming in. Good nade by Daddy Diego, pushing Itchy off this angle. Flare, though, is going to clean up Travis. 2 versus 2. Health in favor. Daddy gets Itchy. Flare in a 1 versus 2, only 45 HP. But they're giving 1v1s, but Daddy Diego wins it out. First round will go to
Ooh,
Snowcapped Gaming. A close one.
that was very close. I mean, I don't think Parable there knew where Travis was until Flair decided to shoot. But I mean, it's okay. Diego is just there to trade him,
Absolutely.
get that
Good.
kill and everything.
Gotta swing together. It's always important. All right. Round 2, spike down. Money, they could try to potentially get some sheriffs off if they want, but it might just be a full save. Mostly Spectres coming out for the defenders. Flirk setting up potentially for an early defensive op with just a sheriff in hand. 3,200 already banked. We'll see where it goes. More default coming out this time from for the Tanukis. Travis holding mid, just kind of peeking until 2 players now working up mid for the Tanukis. Spike still just kind of sitting outside of B. Smoke coming, working their way up in. Broke some KJ util, but not all of it. But they've worked their way into Trim. And Mordecai gets a right click on a Flirt. Barry gets SpaghettiOs. Immediate 2 quick kills. That's going to be a Spectre retrieved, but only a Sheriff. Travis has an interesting flank angle here. Is the angle right? Low health on two players. Travis gets the first to get some damage back in return, though. Will not be healed. 3 versus 4 in the favor of the attackers. Bomb, though, all the way back at B. Trying to take some heaven control now. Are they just going to go down through ropes and try to go B? Kind of loitering CT now. Are the last remaining defenders trying to wait for a Q? Looks like they're going to take this all the way back B now. Heaven being re-cleared. Daddy Diego working their way down through ropes. KJ turret going to give them away, though. They now know, but 4 players on site. It's going to be a 3 versus 4 retake upcoming. Travis working his way up through, trying to get in. All players on site now. Flare trying to hold that heaven. Plant coming down, pretty open. Daddy-O and Travis now taking up top. Flash comes out, swings. Daddy-O collects Flare. Big first kill, leveling the score. 3 versus 3. Radiant gets Azzy. 3 versus 2. Low health, though. Mordecai gets Travis. 1 versus 2. Low health. Bomb being at least going to get half. Going heaven. Flash comes out, but only Sheriff in hand. Going to get Daddy-O, but Parable trades right back. Valiant effort from Mordecai. But in the end, Parable clutches it up. But good economic damage. There will not be much of a bonus here for Snowcapped.
I mean, I thought that was very well played by SCG. I mean, FT, you hear that information that there's at least 3 heaven. You want to try get, somebody push up to CT, kind of pinch them a little bit, but, not having that communication well enough. And unfortunately, just Flaming Tanukis just go down there.
Yeah, gun diff 1 out at the end. In fact, they only got 1 Spectre and the Sheriff. Not as ideal, but really good mid-take by them to get those initial 2 kills, put them in that position. But just not enough, unfortunately. But their money's still pretty good. Full armor on everyone. Up against a kind of a mixed buy. 1 Spectre, 2 Sheriffs, and a Stinger. Nade trying to clear out some initial space. Orb recovered. Mordecai taking heaven. Tapping away Travis. Kind of trapped here. Being held. New skin on display. Parable, though, swings on the rope. Mordecai cleans him up, though. Only minimal damage dealt. Barry working their way in. Diego just with a Sheriff in hand, sees one, misses that first shot, gets some damage onto Flare, but Mordecai pushes through. Trav, though, on that flank, cleans up Flare. 3 versus 4. Gets another Itchy, gets Flare traded back and forth.
Oh!
Bereavements gets the gun. 2 versus 2. Cypher ult deployed. I think Bereavements knows where they are. They do. They're spraying as he just trying to stay still, getting tapped. More damage being dealt. Patient. Trying to. Oh, sees it.
Oh!
Great shot by Bereavement. Barry, though, trades back onto SpaghettiOs. Low HP here on Travis. And Barry cleans up the round. A costly first rifle round, but a much needed round on the board for the Tanukis.
And I mean, Ball and Cypher, they're looking like Neo. I ain't even gonna lie. Dodging all those bullets. Kind of made me. SpaghettiOs probably almost thought he wasn't even there anymore. But.
Yeah, I don't think they did. I think just the shoulder of
Right.
Cypher there gave them away at the last second. Cypher without his hat is a smaller hitbox. I know it's not true, but you can't tell me otherwise.
I believe it, man.
All right,
Man got a
next buy
nickname.
coming out. One Bulldog, but Op on the board for Fleur. Currently holding mid, but we got a 5 bus coming out here with 4 rifles for the attackers. They got skin those spike down, able to rebuy. Important economic run come out. Plant is coming for heaven. SpaghettiOs trying to push into heaven. Mordecai and Flare looking to aggress out of screens. Here comes Daddy-O. They hear him coming. Wide swings in. Flare wins that duel. First kill on the board. 4 versus 5 now. Op not the best for retake as he's trying to play in this rat kind of hell spot. Flare getting really aggressive with that op, freaking up. As he, though, gets parable. 3 versus 4. As he gets another round of Flirt. As he gets 4. Bulldog Gamer.
As he, my lord.
Defender Killjoy ult also used. So that's an important ult to have gotten off the board for the attackers as they look to build momentum into this attacking half.
I mean, beautiful 4K there by Azzy. And like I said, you do not want to run the Cypher unless you have a Cypher main. And, you know, Azzy just showing us who the real Cypher main is in MVA.
Absolutely.
Oh, I mean,
it's top frag Cypher early on. Both potential duel. Big eco here, just ghosts and light pistols on the board now for the defenders. Should be a reasonable round for Tanukis to secure, but they're gonna have to cross their T's, dot their I's, just to not throw away this round unnecessarily. Flare taking some initial contact, working their way back in. Spike being planted default. Shots being traded back and forth. Lurk gets Azzy, but Azzy trades back. 3 versus 4. Damage done by that nade. Contacts being shown. Diego. Boombot still in hand. Little HP. Purple working their way into hell. Boombot reveals some. 2 players top heaven. All just 4 on site. 3 on that back pillar. She's working their way through. Oh, ran out of bullets. She gets 2 there. Mordecai cleans up that final one onto SpaghettiOs. 3rd round on the board.
I think that just was a Nico diff. I mean,
Absolutely.
you have a lot of rifles there versus, you know, pistols. You can't really do much about it. They took one out, which I don't want to say is enough, but, you know, it does hurt the eco a little bit. They're going to have to try to spread it out more. And
could have been a little closer, but Op, again, already on the back on board for Flirk. We'll see where the angle they want to fight. Looking like they're going to be taking a high angle down V, but no one's going there. 3 players, 2 players mid, 2 players A. All 3 players actually now converging mid. Daddy-O going to take some initial contact. Skybird, kind of a miss. Nade comes out with the smoke to try to buy some time. No one really aggressing, though, at this point, slowing down the pace. Parable, though, gets that first pick onto Azzy trying to lurk.
Oh.
4 versus 5. So yeah, he was blinds him into just a wall of Omen smokes from both players.
I saw that.
All right. Mordecai working away. Oh, but sees Daddy-O spamming back and forth.
Oh.
Daddy-O wins it out. Trading through their box. Had slightly better cover. Alrighty now. Last 3 players now working up on A. Though 2 players kind of holding heaven. Not really contesting ramp, but holding it with that op. It'll be a rough push into it. They hear the jet dash up. Comes through. Shot missed. Flare knows there's one there. Oh, I'm just leaving. Omen TP. Why, just kind of a fake though. Jet Spike is already in the hands of Jet. A little less than ideal, but 3 versus 5. Snow kept trying to keep discipline, but 4 players have mainly rotated over to A. It rotates coming back towards B. A lot could fall here on Travis, the KJ, but they have a full setup on B. Other players are rotating because they've read this pretty well, going to a 2-player op, also now holding. Smoke still up for both sides.
Oh no! Oh.
Initial smoke. They kind of know what's happening. Good smoke. Oh, missed another shot, but
Oh!
time is getting low. Here comes that raise rocket to make planning a lot tougher. Gets 2. Bomb is down, but Flare is stunned up and gets cleaned up by Travis.
That's
Great ult
just
there from Diego.
great retake there. I mean, you don't want to hold that breach hold for too long, and Parable just showing I'm gonna use it whenever I get the chance. That's the thing that we see wrong. Sometimes breach holding that breach hold until you find the right spot, but if you the right time, but if you wait for the right time, but you'll be waiting for all your eternity, man.
Yep. Timeout.
And timeout
Upcoming.
looking.
Called by the Tanukis, I
And we
believe.
pull up the scoreboard here a little bit. I mean, this is what I expected to see that from SEG. Daddy Diego on top and Travis on top. Both great players, both very expensive in the draft. I will, bring that up.
Very
I mean,
expensive.
except for Travis. Travis was the franchise player for SCG,
He's the
but
most expensive. He's priceless.
exactly. You pull up FT scoreboard. It's not looking too bad. Flair kind of falling down a little bit in the scoreboard, but you got those 4 assists, showing not really playing a selfish jet, but more of a team jet. I want to see a little more selfish jet. I mean,
I
me
think
personally.
I think attacker side. I think you're going to see that in the second half. I think attacker sided Jet on split is a lot of throwing cloudbursts and dashing and getting
Right.
murdered and hoping your teammates follow you up. And fact that the scoreline is 3-3. I'm sure Mia may have seen something they wanted to address, but 3 versus 3 is a pretty good place to be in as we our 6th round. Yeah, but I agree with you on that. Going back to your breach ult comment, yeah, you got your ult 6 rounds in, get it so you can get another one back. You hold it too long, you're really limiting yourself to only 1 ult per half.
Right.
All right, Fleur kind of taking a walk peek here. Could run into Fleur, gets that first kill onto Flare. Jet on Jet violence. Raise on raise violence also occurring. Nades being traded back and forth. Both just kind of missed. No damage traded. 4 players kind of laning B side right now are the attacking Tanukis. Smoking mid, maybe trying to bait out some rotations. They're all holding for that mid though. But still is that KJ setup to work through. Parable all alone on A. Not exactly the player you want to see holding alone is your breach. They kind of need the team to really operate. 2 players though.
Oh, gets that information though.
Ult for info. I really like that ult on the defensive side as an omen. 2 players though. Trying to cross in and going to sewers. Looking for 4 players shifting to A. Parable's going to be having to take this first contact. Must have seen something. They like the timing. Here comes that breach stun. He's going to catch Azzy, but not enough to really peek off of. Doing with Azzy. Azzy wins it out. Just the timing. The stun had worn off. Here comes ult. Here comes the Sky ult trying to reveal the position. Mostly having 4 versus 4 retake. 2 ults available for each side. We might see jet knives here. Just because the weakness of the op. No. Diego gets that first kill onto Itchy in the retake. SpaghettiOs gets Mordecai. 2 versus 4 very quickly. Travis gets Azzy. It's all on Barry, but Diego cleans it up. 4th round now on the board, feeding KJ those orbs.
I mean, nice try there. You kind of set up for that beat, for that mid split information. You get spotted there by the Omen. They're forced to rotate. It was very unfortunate on Flaming Tanukis, but
I think they did a very good job there. They manipulated the defense well, got pretty free onto that site, and it's just that 4v4 retake can be so tough to win on that A site. All right. Still some partial buys, 3 rifles. This is a pretty threatening light buy with 3 rifles, a Spectre, and a Sheriff, and Flare does have those jet knives available, as well as the Raise Rocket. Flurk, though, takes her contact, gets one onto Barry. Jet knives are popped, though. And now he comes in, flashed out is Flurk. But Flare just jumps out. Shots being traded back and forth. Smoke coming out. Flurk spamming through, just gets out. 4 versus 5. Flurk has been, once he's been, when he guesses right, he's been getting great impact with that op in those early peaks. Parable, once again, gonna have to hold the line. Oh, what a knife kill by Flare onto Flurk. Operator down. Good flash. Does get swung in. Great use of Azzy using that SMG. Gets two, but is eventually Dedio getting Flare. 2 versus 2. Azzy now with rifle in hand, but bomb down. Up in A heaven. Azzy in ropes. And Itchy blinds through, gets Parable with that blind. Shots being traded back. Got both, actually.
No!
But Travis gets him blind. It's a little too close. They kind of knew where he was off sound. Azzy, 2 versus 1. 40 seconds left. This is a tough one to play from rope. Working their way up. Oh, and the turret spots him out. Has to go back down.
30 seconds left.
I think they still go for it. How well will the crossfire be played? Trap deployed. Gonna get some intel. Waiting for him. And position revealed. Spamming away. Time ticking down. 60 seconds left. Working his way up. 14 seconds. Oh, shots traded. So many else. Gets the stun, but gets that first kill. 10 seconds left. Parable just needs to run. Just trying to live. Can Azzy get to plant the spike in time?
No.
I think they're gonna be just short. Tragic. Half a second. The difference there. Great attempt by Azzy, but smart by Parable to know when to fold them.
I don't know. I don't know about that peak mid down there. I mean, you're gonna peak mid bottom. You don't dry peak that. You know, especially knowing they have an op. They have a op crushing jet. You don't want to do that. But
yeah, I think you have that sky. Those flashes recharge. You do need to start flashing out those initial encounters or throwing that smoke mid. You need to do something to disrupt the op or just a jump peek.
right.
But dry peeking into the op is not the recipe for success here. Potential Cam coming out trying to hold for the jet. Smoke coming out to hold mid. Cam misses. Flirt taking this aggressive angle, kind of play through the smoke. Azzy pushing up as well. Mostly rotating towards this B mid side. All players are there. Rifles versus rifles. No ops on the board. Smoke dissipates. Flurk has worked their way up behind that box. Diego, though, has the crossfire with him. They're going to start hearing the steps. Flash comes in. Doesn't get Flurk. The discipline, the crossfire is going to do so much. But trades back and forth. Only a 3 versus 2. Well handled by Azzy and Barrett. At least get some value out of that, though. But there are 2 players in mid. Travis has not fully aggressed out. A pretty unleft undealt with. Who knows where they'll go? Radiant holding this angle. Azzy versus Radiant. Contact coming. Holds from Radiant. That spike down. Itchy in a 1 versus 3. 40 seconds left. Players moving together. Oh, timing here could be brutal. And it is. Oh, it's 1. But SpaghettiOs cleans it up after that timeout. It has been all snow-capped. They've won 3 in a row. I mean, rounds being traded back and forth in bunches. 2, 3, 4. No rounds traded back and forth. But this is kind of going towards the defender-sided matchup that we expected.
Right. I don't know what Flaming Tanukis was planning there. You know, having 5 people play market. Kind of want to spread your people out. You know, try to get a pick, but
I do like a default, or if it is with pace, the pace needs to be faster.
Right.
Can't just kind of slow peek this. I do get the need for pace. Smoke, though, coming in. Maybe they're going to explode here. Not really invest in their Sky utility early. Here comes that first Sky Flash, but Parable, though, is here to respond. Good nade, though. Gonna force him off. Sky Flash gets stumped. SpaghettiOs, though, gets Flare as they try to dash into heaven, but backside is secured. And then get the spike in. Itchy gets Parable 4 versus 4 as we potentially head into the retake. Operator does get weaker here. Defender Killjoy being invested, though. Oh, Itchy sees one. Flurk traded back and forth as he gets 1. Itchy gets a 3rd on the round. Quickly 1 versus 3 with Flurk just having the op. Rips knives. They're pretty low, though.
No!
Oh, my. That's unfortunate. They do get the knife, but the ult is wasted. And they're just going to have to save the op. Will the Tanukis players notice this and decide to hunt them down?
I believe that was the first knife of the season, too.
That might have been. I mean,
but
they got the knife. They're not going to want to put that in the highlight reel when you whiff the knives like that.
right.
Playing for exits here. They're just going to be content to keep their weapons remaining. It's both teams' economies. Kind of okay. Fourth round, though, on the board. It's kind of where you want to be. 5-7, I feel like. If they get to 5-7 for the Tanukis, it's a good half for them.
Got it.
They at least have that 4.
6, yeah, right. Especially being a defender-sided map, I think 6-4 is what you want to look for into.
Yeah, I think
you're
8. Yeah, I think
What?
you're expecting an 8-4. 7-5 is great. 6-6 is excellent.
right.
All right. Again, they're just really like been kind of grouping up. Have the Tanukis, potentially 2 players, potentially the Pygmy, but that op is there to challenge. It looks like you might just get 4 players going B. Using that cam to try to spot. Oh, dry peek again though, but misses. Some damage done on Azzy. That's so risky. Dog though, revealing not a lot on B side. There is still that KJ setup starting to get used. They baited out a lot of utility already. Only a minute 20 left on the round. Here Flash comes through. Rady though plays a good tight down, gets flashed. Flash just a touch late. Alarm bot getting some intel. Flare work their way all the way backside. 4 versus 5. Here comes Daddy Diego. Blast packing in. Is going to get at least 1. Gets the other raise, but Itchy there right to trade back. 3 versus 4. Spike not planted. 2 versus 4 now. As he gets one back on Spaghetti. Good flank. Working their way up. Oh, gets another. Great flank from Azzy to level the score. 2-2. Omen going to be able to TP on A. Get that spike down. Clark though holding for Heaven. Could be an awkward timing. Oh, but it's a fake. Are they going to go back to B? Both players kind of waiting in CT. Good patience playing together by both sides here, but they might be heading for a collision here in B Heaven. Op versus
30
rifle.
seconds
Awkward
left.
right peek. Knife peeks, but both are there. Shots being traded back and forth. 20 seconds left. Spike getting planted. HP damaged and a little low for both of the snow-capped players. Working Heaven.
Oh!
Itchy gets the first. What a shot. Flirt gonna recover a rifle. Flirt in a 1 versus 2. As he playing this tight end. Can they? Well, they clear high. They're thinking about it, but they're not. My check will be important here. Gets the first. 70 HP left. I don't think they know Itchy's Heaven though. It's gonna be pretty free for them. Itchy working their way up. Full health versus 70. Time tick. Lurk's got a stick. Knife is out on the stick. Gets it to half. Jumps down with the falling knife. Oh my god, he whipped the knife!
Clutch.
No! Oh man, went for the Assassin's
Last
Creed
round before the
and
switch.
failed. That's a brutal way to lose a round.
No.
They will be hearing about that in the post game.
No way.
Whoa.
That's my only reaction. No way.
Oh boy, that's a rough way to lose. They're gonna have to find their composure. Really good round that they executed. Got themselves into that last 1v1. Just a little bit of greed. Got a style on them, but just couldn't get the revenge knife. All right, quick aggression here coming up. This is what I like to see. Good pace, some damage dealt through the smoke. Still a lot of players. Ooh, good initial here by Spaghettios. So delay them, but just getting out, playing their life. We could be looking at a potential 5 versus 5 retake. A lot of work here coming in to take Heaven control. Daddy Diego on the flank. There is a trip waiting for him. Damage back. What an initial shot by Travis. That spike down Heaven. Flirk and Rady quickly getting another 2 as he trades 1 back. Purple gets Mordecai. It's all on Azina. 1 versus 4. Oh, and here comes the breach ult and the nade. They get 1,
Oh.
but the nade cleans them up.
Wonder.
You're always good for 1 in the breach stun for some reason. I don't know why, but when you get breach ulted, you're good for 1.
Switching sides.
Right. I mean, there was only one there, but
8-4 half. About the number we expected, but I feel like you're gonna be kicking yourself a little. Immediate timeout at halftime for Cloud. Snowcapped Gaming. What are
Snowcap
they?
Gaming, right.
I wonder if they have like an interesting trap play or an attacking side we're gonna see. But we reflect on that first half. I think it was pretty contested. A lot of very close rounds on both sides. Feel like
8-4, not bad. I think it's winnable still.
yeah, very much so. Now that it is their turn to defend, you probably do feel that it should be 7-5 with that one unfortunate mishap.
Right.
But I think well executed half by both sides, playing together, swinging together, Utility, for the most part, was used well in conjunction with each other to help you be able to take space and scale. A couple moments of dry peeking and op, but you know, haven't we all? We've all done that.
We've all done that before. We've all had the mindset, I'm gonna dry peek this up and kill him, but we don't do it.
It's because your brain only remembers the times you do, not the times
Right.
you don't. All right, here.
Your brain only
Look,
remembers, I'm gonna dry peek this up.
you know, some people have confirmation bias in the negatives. Other of us are like, dude, I just win those. It's fine. All right, here. Pretty important pistol round coming up here. If you are Tanukis, you really want to win this pistol. It'll put you right back at a pretty convincing 8-6. Split the pistols. It's really what you want. And then to really start to cement their lead, Snowcap is going to also, you know, Snowcap will be able to cement their lead if they get this. Asphodel has that one-way setup. Flare taking this initial contact. Default, though, really coming out for Snowcapped. Well, they're now mainly heading over towards B, potentially into that Cypher setup. It's a tough Cypher setup to push through.
And
One
this is
player.
kind of
Trav
what
working
you're
up
looking
mid,
at.
but there are 2 players holding mid. This is not really what you want. Times Page is going to be everything there. Here comes the potential burst. Here's the stun. Here's the one-way. Here's the trap. Drop blast pack through, but
No.
Daniel still wins it out. But Flare, though, gets ready on the like. Mordecai trades onto Flare. Kills swimming fast and heavy. It's quickly a 3 versus 3. Spike not yet down. Low HP on both Daddy Diego and Flare. Full health on the other 2 players. Daddy trying to hold. Flare's going to check this, but Daddy wins it with a great headshot, but only 10 HP left to their name. Trying to reposition. Itchy trying to get some smokes down. Barry smoking up, but Daddy with smart reposition will avoid that nade. But can't imagine they're going to win much more of these. Oh, Barry trying to see, but gets sandwiched by Spaghettios. Spaghettios gets the 3rd of the round. 9 on the board. And that's both pistols now converted for Snowcapped.
I mean, I think that's just unfortunate. You kind of you have an idea of where you're expecting a player, and you just get one tapped in the head, which is well played by Daddy Diego, but Flair definitely kind of thinking about what he should be doing now.
Yep, I mean, really, it's really tight margins here separating these rounds. Kills being both teams trading back and forth very well. Flair still kind of challenging this mid, just trying to shoulder peek it. Smoke comes out, does see Daddy Diego. Flash is going to confirm that they are there. Potential dog, they're working their way up in. Flair trying to take this first contact. Blind comes in. Both duelists entering. Mordecai gonna try to get a right click. Oh, almost gets one. Damage
Daddy
dealt
Diego.
though. They're there to follow it up though. Radiant with that flank gets another. Really working his way up into places is Trav. Spike now being planted. Azzy though, working the flank, gets one. 3 versus 4. Guns though not recovered. So in the favor still of Snowcap Gaming. Mordecai.
I don't quite know where the Cypher camera's at.
It's a very good cool cam that Azzy has placed. That does get destroyed. Azzy though.
Oh my god!
Two, just great value. Flare though, so little HP, just gets spammed into the smoke. Azzy now with the gun though, gets the dink, but just not enough. They get aim punched themselves as Daddy Diego cleans it up. 10-4 now for Snowcapped Gaming.
I have no words, man. I have no words. We're seeing a lot of unfortunate things. People just missing. People not necessarily having the best idea of utility use. But I mean, no Snowcap Gaming showing beautiful takes on site. You know, they don't hold back on their utilities, which is really good. Well played by them.
Absolutely. If you're gonna use utility like they're doing, it's important that you go through at that time though. But game not over. Bonus round coming up. Attempt to be trying to be converted here. Flare. Oh, they see dashes out, gets away. Nade will kind of clear, but not fully. If you are Tanukis, they're really looking for a pretty clean rifle around here to build some momentum so they can mount a comeback in this. All players though now mid here for Snowcapped. Unsure where to go. Itchy kind of holding here A, get some support. Could come down to Flare. Cat trap broken. Gets the first. But Daddy Dio trades right back. Daddy Dio always falling in. Flurk always trading. As he is going to need to get a sweet spot, do so much. Oh, but the time is there. Daddy Dio gets Mordecai, and Travis gets Azzy. 2 versus 4. Daddy Dio might catch a time, but I think they're going to be there ready for him. If she takes that first duel, if she wins it, 3 versus 2, this is still doable for the Tanukis in this round. Post plants, though, have been set up. Going to be tough to work through. 2 players playing in the garage, 1 pillar. Smokes coming out. Nade probably going for Hal, you would imagine. Or backside. Nade going to the backside. 2 players jumping through, teleporting through Spaghetti of those. He's going to see it, though. Gets 1. And gets 2. A gun for their trouble.
I mean,
11,
as he... Oh, go ahead.
11 in a row. 11 on the board now. But yeah, Azzy, such a tough spot to be in on site like that.
Just not having enough, room to move your camera around, which is very unfortunate.
Timeout for the Tanukis as they look to go on a nice little run here. But it's going to be potentially with a light buy.
Looking to put a stop at least into the momentum. That's what I'm telling my guys right here. Like, hey guys, it's okay. We're gonna have a force rifle from what it looks like. Is she still having enough?
You don't get buy menu though when you're timeouts. I'm hoping that might get sold. I feel like I'd like Stingers, Buckies, and maybe a Marshall here. And if I'm them, I am just 5-man gambling something and hoping that they just run into a mess of close range weapons at a right angle. And you can kind of quickly turn around in your favor that way. That's what I would be thinking. That's what I would be trying to cook up.
Right.
But I should see what happens.
I think it'd be nice.
I think, yeah, in these eco scenarios, I think just gamble as a group. And so you can either, they run into you and you can use your short range weapons, or you can try like these burst, high volume numbers retakes.
This is a nice spot.
Right?
Flair looking here to get a
Marshall
Demon, man.
She, though, on that Stinger. 2 class, 1 Sheriff, Spectre. And just a Ghost, though. I like this angle that Itchy's playing. It's a very one-and-done angle, though. But they are there. No ult's really close for... Oh, Tadio almost has their ult. Barry pushing up with him. Runs into him. Oh, Tadio cleans it up. Barry, though, gets 1 back. Nade tries to buy some time. Pushing into it. Traded back, though, by Spaghetti's Mordecai. Next to potentially take the duel. But Travis is there to clean it up. 4 versus 2 rather quickly. Flair next holding. Taps to get some damage with the Marshall body shotted. As he cleans it up, so little HP left, but Radiant gets Flair back. As he with 5 HP and a Dream in a 1 versus 3, and they're just spamming away. Any bullet will do. Flair jump peeks it, dashes away. They know where he is, and Flair cleans it up. 12th round on the board. 8 chances now for Snowcapped Gaming.
Match point.
And TNT indeed. And 12-4. I mean, we've seen comebacks worse than this before, but not. I mean, Flaming Tanukis having enough money to go for a buy round, but I don't know. I think the mental is too low at this point. Not getting enough frags, not enough kills, not enough information.
Yeah, we'll see. They might just be like, let's get 1. So you take it 1 round at a time. It's 0-0. Right. That's all you need to think about. Flair taking this initial duel, hoping someone pushes into him. Daddy might oblige. Ooh! Great shot. That's what you need. Got to start building your confidence for the next map. Get some kills. But Travis trades back onto Barry. 4 versus 4. 1 duelist off the board apiece. Both raises dead. Immediate attacker Killjoy coming out. Clears a lot of sight, but Heaven still will need to be contested. But it is a fake spike potentially coming. Flurk gets Azzy 3 versus 4. Flurk, though, very low HP. Just spam the box. That's all you need to do. Flair gets Flurk. God, that's tough to say. 3 versus 3. Travis holding here in ropes. This could be an important encounter. Real momentum of the round. Plant coming down for SpaghettiOs / Breedmans. 2 coming up this rope. Trav gonna need to go big here for his team. Gets 1, gets 2. wonder if do they have a flash? I wonder, or something that maybe make that clear a little easier. It's all down to Flare with the jet knives.
I've
Time
seen a jet
ticking
clutches
away.
before.
Oh, here comes the alarm bot. Gets the vulnerable. Still only 2 bullets. And Travis, 4th of the round, cleans up a clean 13-4 for Snowcapped Gaming. They take map 1.
Snowcap Gaming looking here to make a statement with that 13-4 run. And I mean, with a lot of unfortunate mishaps along the rounds, and you want to see your real players, your fraggers, your duelists on top. But Azzy with that 19-14-4 stat line, very great.
Great performance from Azzy, but the dynamic duo of Travis and Dadiego just too much. 21 and 11 for both of them. We'll just have to look to reset. Rough game for both the Jets. I think they did well on dashing on entry, but this can be a pretty brutal map for the entry player.
Right, and I mean Travis here with the 2 first bloods and 1 diffuse. I think you're playing the KJ here as an attack KJ. I mean, stat lines don't lie.
Played found some very interesting lurk timings back up through there.
And we will be going into a small little intermission, I believe.
Yep, just take a quick break as we head
into
map
to
2. Map 2, which will be Lotus.
All right, and welcome back to map 2 for the matchup of Snowcap Gaming versus Flaming Tanukis. And Snowcap Gaming taking map 1 control complete, stomping 13-4. I will admit my team got stomped, but it's okay because Lotus is, it's an attack cider map. We are attacking first to see how it goes. But anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you are the Tanukis player, it's just gotta that one's in the can. Be a
Right.
goldfish. Get ready to take this next map. We'll be on to Lotus. I think, yeah, as we're saying, like definitely an attack-sided map. The Tanukis will be starting on the attack. Second three-site map in the game. Some interesting rotate potential. And I'll be curious to see what agents get picked. I feel like this one is a map that has like a lot of different options.
I mean, yes, I agree. I definitely think you see a raise for each team. Raise is just one of those duelists that you want to have. It helps you take space, a lot of space for each site. You know, it's awesome. Just the utility in general is very good. I think we're gonna see a raise coming from Daddy Diego and potentially Barry, maybe.
I could see that. You could also see the Neon. Jet also still
True.
viable. We could just continue to see double duelist here out of Snowcapped. Flare going on to the Sky, no longer on Jet. Azzy
Oh,
going on to Astra. I really do like Astra on this map. I think a little underrated.
I
Mordecai,
like it, yeah.
though, going to be on the Cypher. I feel like, my personal opinion, I think Cypher's one of the weaker Sentinels. So it's a little tough to use on this map. Barry, as you predicted, on that raise. Itchy double controller with that Viper. Kind of quasi-Sentinel, good mollies. Nice wall for some of those setups. But I think personally, I kind of prefer that Killjover, but Travis going back over to that Sky. I think they're more signature agent. Flurk still repping that Jet Parable now over to the KJ. So kind of roles swap there for Travis and Parable. Needs the one time, maybe just Parable just must have that pocket breach that the kids like.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this double controller. I mean, if it was Asher and someone else, then maybe. But Asher Viper, I think that was a little bit of a troll. I mean, I don't know what Flaming Tanukis is cooking there. I do, but I'm not gonna say anything. But let's see how that rolls. I mean, a Viper and an Asher.
At least I think Viper on a lot of maps does struggle as that single controller outside of Icebox, which as we know is no longer in the pool. So we'll be curious to see what SpaghettiOs / Bereavements can manage as that solo smoker for that team. Where I think Astra alleviates some of that. And the Astral is a very powerful space, creating alt with with a molly, which is nice. But yes, in the two controllers setup for here, I am a little more partial to, say, a swamp comp with Harbor and
Yeah.
Viper. I think the walls are both like the Harbor wall. I think is really well set up here for Lotus.
What are your thoughts on Viper transitioning a little bit into a hybrid controller Sentinel agent?
I think that's what they've kind of always been.
Right.
I think like their wall is almost better than Sage Wall because it does damage, especially with how nerf Sage Wall has been. All right, as we get into the action, we got one player kind of holding here on A, but looks like a big B bus potentially coming out. Here it is, B aggression coming in, dog bite onto SpaghettiOs. Potentially 5-side SpaghettiOs getting a lot of util here. Flare gets that first kill. Daddy Diego throws the boombot, gets the traded right back is Flare. Flirk though gets a Mordecai. Parable dueling with Azzy. It's Parable. Flirk trades right back onto Azzy. Flirk gets their
Not
third.
like that.
1 versus 2. Spike down, not planted, all on Itchy. 60 HP to their name. Full health on both Flirk and Travis. This is a tough one for Itchy. Bird going to reveal their position. 40 seconds left. High, low, no, both swing high to high set. Orb coming out, trying to work their way on site. but it's just getting spammed.
Oh!
And just a good idea, but just both players holding that smoke. It's tough to win there.
I mean, it started off as a well attack execution. They're pushing onto side, they're taking over, and then just little by little, they all started falling. I mean, it was unfortunate timing there from Flair getting killed by Diego. Diego just getting that spray with the ghost, but
Some potential over-aggression as they take their initial post-plant positions, but
right.
it is pistol. We'll have to see how they adapt. All right, just pretty standard eco coming out here. Util being thrown down A, but Spike here over on the C side. Flirt gets that first kill.
No charges left.
Gets into the vulnerable. Good initial attempt at Util combo, but the Jet just a touch fast through it. 4 versus 5, round slowing down. Rotating over to that A side now, it appears. 3 players, though, on there. Spaghettios, though, holding, but door not broken to my knowledge, but almost so many players. Kind of rotating 2 versus 4. Timing could be had here. Travis, though, playing in tree room. Will they open the door? They're just going to walk through using that Viper wall. Daddy Diego hears them. Gonna look to take contact. Tries to swing, runs and guns through 2, but Azzy cleans it up. Brady gets one through the door. Has the dog trying to get Azzy. Well, Azzy still unable to recover that Spectre, making this so much tougher. Trying to work their way back in. They're just gonna try to go to C now, get that Spike down, and this 1 versus 4. I think that's really the best they can hope
30
for.
seconds left.
Looks like they want to fight. Here's the rope. They're gonna take this duel, but Spaghettios cleans it up.
And just that running gun being so powerful. Just not enough power from those classics to take him down.
Nope.
And easily
right
gets
click
2.
versus running spray.
And Riot themselves did say they nerfed that, but hey man.
I mean, at that range, it'll still work.
Right.
Alrighty then. So we're looking into our bonus round 3 Spectres and Ghosts and a Sheriff. We're definitely looking to get that op online next round as well. Clean round really is what is on the books here for Tanukis. They want to begin to establish themselves into this match. Spamming away on the box. Parable gonna need to go huge here. Util in place for him though. Alarm bot comes out. Util used. Great. Utils. Parable cleans up Mordecai. Nade forces them off site. Site control being gathered. Raised nades traded back and forth, doing some damage. The nade just gets around the corner to get Flare. Very quickly, a 3 versus 4. Might be time to rotate, but those will be guns. They will be recoverable for the defenders. Travis here. Here's the spam, getting ready with that bird. Trying to get some intel. Itchy just holding, now leaves. Spike beginning to work its way towards A. Parable, though, has already beaten them 2 there. Daddy Diego pushing out through Mound. Timing potential here, but he will get around. Azzy trying to plant. Parable gets Barry. 2 versus 5. Flirt gets Itchy. 1 versus 5. As he gets 1. A lot to do here. Cannot get the second. Spaghettios cleans it up. 4 left alive. 3 rounds. Bonus converted.
There's really nothing you can do there. You know, Flair stuck in that dog. Couldn't have that dog in him, so he died. And just not enough movement there for his teammates to do something to help him out. And just dies to the grenade.
Now in the hands
of
Flair. Flair with that Marshall. Eco round would be huge here for our attackers. They're looking to 5-stack A. So they've won the first part of the puzzle. They're on the opposite side of the map as the op. Spike flash doesn't catch him, and they're waiting for the Util. Aggressive push here from Travis. What a shot by Flirt. Diego gets one back. Has taken a lot of damage. Just tries to get out, but cannot get away. Barry cleans him up very quickly. A 3 versus 4. 2 players pushing out from C on the flank. Guns being collected. Astrowall trying to help him get on site. Flash sees nothing in the back. Plant very safe. Probably could have gotten a little more open plant there. We'll see if that's needed. 3 versus 4 into the pulse plants. No ults available. Skyeo's working backside. Everyone kind of coming from this backside. Heaven. Area dog to clear. Sees no one in drop currently. Oh, sees Mordecai. Shots traded back and forth. SpaghettiOs working their way out of silent. Is going to catch Mordecai, but Flair's going to hold the hold. Fleur trades back onto Mordecai. Fleur gets Flare. 2 versus 2. Retake off in full effect. Trying to find a gun. Gets stunned though, and YOLO cleans him up. All on Parable in a 1 versus 2. Sees Azzy getting sprayed. Tries to get one. Gets one, but Barry cleans it up. Will die to the bomb, but a thrifty round for the attackers, putting their first round on the board.
Let's go! They're up on the board, baby. That's what we need, man. Trust. We are a momentum team. This is exactly what we needed. 3-1. They don't get one. They don't get more anymore.
Good. I mean, it was a good counter aggression play. As 2 players walking up A was well handled there by Tanukis to get Travis and Diego off the board quickly into the round.
I think they just had the information good enough to, play it passive, stay away from the grenade, and Flash?
No, Flash not used though. I forgot to push the button. Working their way up A. 1 player holding flank, but everyone else coming A. Nades traded back and forth. Some small splash damage dealt. 2 players very quickly flanking though out. Flirk and Parable. Sight though pretty well controlled. But here comes Daddier with that ult, trying to find someone. Oh, no, whips it though, and as he cleans him up. Radiant, Travis flashes through, gets flashed back. Player just runs through, no fear, but Radiant cleans it up. Oh, Radiant getting slowed. Oh, Azzy right click. Barry holding this for spacing, just making him stay away. Gets 1. Thunder KJ is probably gonna trap him. SpaghettiOs. Azzy, trying to buy time. Sight is half winnable, but Azzy gets their 4th on the round. It's 2 in a row now for the Tanukis. Momentum building.
Azzy just showing an extreme powerhouse here. Kind of going from that Sentinel player to the control. Well, I guess of a hybrid controller player with Astra here.
Absolutely.
I mean, still top fragging, and that just goes to show why Azzy is the man. Azzy
Caster
is my goat.
extraordinaire. All right, here. 3rd round.
Looks like
Finally, an eco round kind of forced out, but rifle and bulldog for the defenders. Jet knives popped. 4 rifles and a single hitting. Good flash, gonna build them out. Kind of flashed a little. Knives going away, but Flare gets Flirk. First kill on the board. Util coming in to try to clear sights. Astrowall already back online. Plant going to be for B. 4 versus 5 retake on the card. SpaghettiOs trying to play around this wall, trying to get that first pick in. Players. Wall should be going down now. Retake will begin in earnest. Out comes the Seekers. SpaghettiOs gets the first onto Mordecai. Swings, gets another on a flare, but Itchy gets Daddy Dio in return. Barry needs to get some good value here. Playing slow tight. Gets SpaghettiOs as he gets Parable. All on Travis, who kind of knows they're dealing with Itchy. Itchy swings in. Bulldog wins 1. 9 bullets left as he cleans it up. 3 quick rounds on the board now for the attackers.
I mean, that retake there, that was just not enough for them. I think Flaming Tanukis there was playing very good post plant. You have 1 setup on site, which who was it? I don't remember exactly who was just running into site expecting it to be clear, but
SpaghettiOs got a little. They got 2 there and didn't think there'd be a 3rd. Didn't clear the little amphitheater pit.
Right.
But
Barry just easily able to get him.
Yeah. But yes, a much better post plant setup for Tanukis that round, not over aggressing into space that they didn't need to control. Flirk though has that op again. I'm not sure they know about it. Viper ult expended onto A. But Spike, you know, still kind of leaning to this B side. Another B hit inbound. Very pushing in deep. As he getting plant down, planning for B main.
Spike planted.
Flashing out, Diego and Flurk and Travis all here out of this waterfall connector space. Flare gets Daddy a big first kill. Flurk though gets Mordecai. Stun comes in from Azzy. Smoke trying to get out safely. Utility being well traded back and forth. Flurk is gonna swing into 3, but gets 1 at least. Barry though gets back onto SpaghettiOs. 2 versus 3 in favor of the attackers. This post plant Itchy spams through the smoke. It's all unparable. Might just be trying to save this op now. But Barry is on the hunt, maybe. He might be contented to save their rifle. Barry looking for it. Oh, he's going to get the timing is there. Holds and wins here for Barry. That's the op down.
Beautiful.
As he dies to the spike.
And Flair finally stepping it up. You know, transitioning from that jet player to the initiator for this match. For this map specifically. This is my first time seeing it myself, actually. I will admit. But doing really well. Great flashes. Helping the team push in. We're going to pull up that scoreboard real quick. And Fleur with a 9-4 stat line. Carrying it. Facing it down for Snowcap Gaming. And Azzy still with a similar stat line. 9-4-2 as well. And holding that Flaming Tanukis with that line. Pulling them back in.
Absolutely. 4 in a row. Map beginning to go more the way we thought it was after that hot start by Snowcap Gaming, but the Tanukis have stabilized and are now working their way into the driver's seat as there will be a light buy coming out for Snowcap Gaming. No ults on the board and none that are even really particularly close. You know, only really halfway to parable being the closest ult. With 2 ults though, Viper's Pit and Cypher ult available to the attackers.
Not bad. And looking like Flaming Tanuki still trying to push, have that aggression on the A side, which has been working for them lately. So I'm excited to see.
One of those last couple on B, but I think A is reasonable. Flurk though, trying to prove they're not just an op crutch, has the Marshall in hand, holding this angle. Good wall though, going to cut them off pretty immediately. Trav though, holding by door, just as a frenzy. Flare trying to find some space. Barry jumping in. Nades out.
Ooh.
Oh, takes that body shot from Flurk. Oh, Itchy gets Radiant through the door. First kill on the board. Flurk up there. That's a fun spot. Azzy though gets SpaghettiOs. Diego gets Azzy though. It's a gun in hand. 3 versus 4, but only 1 rifle recovered. Spike going down. 2 players going to be playing in tree. Flurk kind of holding Marshall. Tough weapon in a retake. Mordecai is holding Flare, gets Flurk. 2 versus 4. As the Tanukis, here's them drop. They know they're there. Barry gets Diego. It's all down to Parable. Gets 1 onto Barry. Good shot, but just a matter of time. Mordecai pushing in. Caught with utility in hand. Mordecai cleans it up. The team ace.
Mordecai just catching him with his pants down. Very unfortunate timing. But
unfortunate. A good, clean anti-eco for the Chiefs, which is what they need. They're beginning to build their bank up.
Oh, yeah. 5 rounds in a row, you know, not necessarily losing a lot of Vandals, a lot of rounds, a lot of rifles, and it's looking like a much better attack from them.
Yep, Snowcapped. Money still very volatile. Will be most likely forced onto at least a light buy should they lose this round. Not mixing it up a little with their setups. Sea aggression though now coming in from the Tanukis, barging on through the KJ setup. They're gonna get pretty good site control. Will they try to plant for mound here, or are they just gonna? Mordecai gets that first pick onto Diego through the smoke. Parable spamming back through. Spike is now planted for mound. Flurk working their way up high. Alt comes in, going to reveal. Here comes the Astral trying to cut the site off for him. Mordecai gets another one onto Flurk. 3 versus 5 into the retake. Itchy, oh, had the flank but misses. Just gets out. Parable and SpaghettiOs holding for that threat. Time ticking away. This is a very tough post plant for them. All going. Trav potentially trying to make something work. Maybe saw that util get deployed. There's so little time. It might just be a save for the 3 remaining Snowcapped players.
Woo!
Trav gets one. I don't think he's able to get out. Itchy gets Parable before he can trade it back. Alright, 2 rifles saved. 4 Snowcapped, but only 1 lost.
And I think that's just
6 in a row.
That was a great site take though. Kind of have your information, your raise, dumping those satchels to try to bait for, oh, at least try to kill a KJ. Do they do enough damage to kill KJ's?
Yeah, they can break some of KJ's stuff.
Oh, okay. Then I mean, I've never done that before, so that's very, very, very good to know.
Yeah, it's a
I
nice
believe he was
secondary
able to
feature
get
of the
one
blast
there.
back, but normally people just jump up on through it all. But
Right.
immediate Itchy ripping that util to try to push off that push, defending that alt orb. Slowly building towards some ults now. His Daddy Diego and Fleur and Parable, but another pretty easy C site take here. This plant's gonna go down. We're gonna do a 5 versus 5 retake. 4 rifles and Flurk with the sheriff. So this is still an important, still very winnable round here. But 5 versus 5 retakes always get hectic. First contact is taken. Parable gets Mordecai. Traded immediately back by Barry. Barry gets a second. 3 versus 4. Trav trying to hold Flare, manning that bird.
With the
Matter of
flame.
time before they pop it right in Travis's face. They swing. Trav tries to hold, reswing, sees Itchy shoulder, isn't enough. Util trying to force Trav off more and more. Daddy has worked his flank, catches Azzy, tries to duel with Itchy. Itchy wins it out. Barry gets their 3rd. It's all on Trav. Probably has to try to save, but the chase is on. Sky on Sky. They all die to the spike, but they're pretty rich, so it's fine. 7 in a row now for the Tanukis.
And twice in a row. I mean, I don't know what's going on here with Snowcap Gaming. They're just not getting the picks they want, not getting the initial first blood. And I mean, it looks like they just kind of gave up on Seaside there. They just put a little bit of KJ utilities and said, hey, let's play retake, but it wasn't enough. You know, you want to kind of have some control there as well, kind of push them back a little bit.
Yeah, or like a more immediate flank or something.
Yeah.
Spike down mid, 1 player, just Itchy, playing some defense. 4 players kind of storming into B. SpaghettiOs though gets that first pick onto Mordecai. Molly's out to try to buy some more time. Flirk working his flank, pushing out. Barry fleeing from the Raze ult. Oh, kind of rose it, but kind of knows where they are. But Barry wins it out. Bit of a gun diff. Very low HP. Flirk still holding on this flank. No util to really hold them. 4 versus 4. Time to be anything. Azzy wins it onto SpaghettiOs.
No.
But Parable cleans it up onto Azzy. Dog gets bit onto Trav. Trav, the Raze ult gets him. There's another 2 versus 3. Spike down. Flurk has gotten pretty deep, but the timing's just a little bit late on this flank. Flash is going to reveal him. Parable pushing down through these steps. He's going to be swinging together. Flash is going to see it. Going to get him. Tough push. Crossfires being held. Here comes the push. Spamming back and forth. Flare gets Flurk. Parable gets 1. Gets 2.
Oh.
Time getting so low. Molly's coming out. Tick, 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 tick. Parable gets 4.
No.
He's gonna be close.
Hey,
I believe
stop
Parable
holding the
has
button.
clutched it out.
No.
1 second to spare. Great round from Parable to stabilize for Snowcapped Gaming.
Last round in the half.
Nice picks, you know, helping Parable get the win there. Kind of just weird sight from Flaming Tanukis, you know, for some reason giving Parable 1v1s. And
Yeah. Things got a bit frantic. Communication maybe broke down. But they're starting to look to convert their 8th round and have a very strong attacking half. Money still pretty good for them. They'll be able to full rifles.
Right.
If Mordecai buys. There he does. Oh, Mordecai didn't buy armor. Alright. Bird comes in, catches SpaghettiOs. A hit inbound. Util coming on. Viper Pit being deployed by the attacker. SpaghettiOs. Oh, gets naded. Molly getting traded back and forth. Spike still
Not
not
necessarily
planted,
planting?
ready for control. I think just trying to fight initially. Itchy though gets SpaghettiOs. Flirt gets Barry. 4 versus 4. Itchy's Defender Killjoy being used. And they run in. Flirt gets Itchy. Diego gets Mordecai.
This is looking
Spike
rough.
is down well in the control of the defenders in a 4 versus 2. A lot to do for Azzy and Flare. Travis, Bird catches nothing.
I think they were just expecting somebody to be up A already.
I think they were, for sure. Holding these kind of crosses together. Trying to play together well.
30 seconds left.
Azzy trying to work a big flank. Opening door, trying to make him think maybe? Here comes. Flashes in.
Oh!
Azzy wins it onto Radiant, but Flirt gets his 3rd. Daddy-O cleans up Azzy. 5 rounds on the board.
I mean, starting 3-0, I think 7 rounds is good enough. It is an attack-sided map, but from what it looks like, they don't have an attack team with that double controller. So I'm hoping that defense here it's just where it shows.
Hoping for a little stronger defense, but a very important pistol round coming up. So far, Snowcapped has converted all 3 pistol rounds.
This goes here.
So first pistol of the match, very much what the Tanukis are hoping for. There's a kind of a default setup coming out from Snowcapped on their attack.
Weird Cypher setup here.
A little double Cypher trip setup. High-low on them. Alright, Parable lurking up mid. 2 players challenging C for control. Waiting out that immediate raise nade. Flash coming out. Catches no one. Both guys trading util on A, revealing nothing. 3 players versus 2 on this side. Itchy all by themselves. Getting forced off by the raise nade. Parable gets this orb. Gives some audio cue. Spike though, still just kind of sitting. Content. Time ticking away. Some space being gained here for our attackers. Itchy's got that nice little one-way. Trying to kill more time. Still 2 players working up C. One going back. Spike being grabbed. Headed over towards A. Still though, 3 Tanukis players over on this A side. Parable and Cypher playing weird Sentinel games with each other on B. 4 players now rotating over.
Oh.
Trips both broken. Flash comes in. Well, tag Parable, but nothing to punish as the exec comes onto A. Diego catches Flare with their util out for the first kill. SpaghettiOs gets Azzy. Spike going down. Barry though gets one back. 3 versus 4. Parable gets one. Itchy trades right back. 2 versus 3. Barry gets Diego. 2 versus 2. Last 2 players here in tree. Door getting broken. SpaghettiOs very low. Trav working full health though. Trav and Barry full health. Going for that reposition. They need to swing together here. Time ticking away. First Molly comes in. Molly's being traded back and forth. Trav though still holding. Not gonna have a striking time. Barry gets theirs next. Barry gets 4. A massive round for Barry to get a much needed pistol round on the board.
4 for Barry. That's what I like to see, man.
Big Barry coming up big.
Barry not having a good enough map and split, deciding, hey, I need to step it up. 17-7-6 incoming. And gets that 4K.
Stepping up when the team needs them the most. 8-5 now. Looking to convert this anti-eco. Guns very firmly in their favor. Should be able to bring it to 9-5. Hopefully they'll keep some good hopefully they can do this with minimal casualties. If you are a Tanukis fan, you want low numbers of losses here so you can have a strong bonus. Trying to take it to map 3. Good initial nade here, though. Going to push these two off. Damage, kind of some chip, but not too much. Still around 100 HP on those players. Player trying to dog through. Going to see 3 players here. Gets that stun. They don't overpush, though, so keeping behind the smoke. Patience is definitely the virtue here if you are the defenders. Player
just kind of
has
push him
that
back
flash.
a little
Gonna
more.
catch him with another flash. He's feeling a little more aggressive. Sees the shoulder. Right click's being spammed, but are not finding flare. Trav catching some damage from Itchy. Daddy Diego, though, working way up in. Azzy taking reference shelter here in H3. Time is going to be interesting here. Oh, sees one. Oh, but he's getting swung from both sides. Just runs through. But Daddy cleans him up. That's a gun recovered. 4 versus 4. Spike down. Gun still, though, in the favor. Oh, Daddy wins it out of work. I've been trading back and forth for Flare and Barry. Get 2 in return. 3 versus 2. Parable gets Flare. 2 versus 2. Barry still pretty
we've
full
seen
health.
this before, right?
Gonna try to bat. Oh, cute little blast back trick. Sees Parable. Sorry, sees SpaghettiOs. Parable fighting Itchy and Barry. Barry sticking the defuse. Should at least get half. Itchy cleans it up. 9-5. Decent economic idea. Got a little scary there. But the Tanukis will clean it up in the end.
I mean, winning the round, but are they winning the eco? That's the real question. They lost three Spectres, my bad. And it's going to be a very, very hard buy for this one. You know, trying to thrifty them, I believe. I believe
a paltry bonus. It is the bonus round, but it is going to be a bit of a paltry bonus with
right.
A Ghost and 2 Spectres against full rifles. But it's fine. You got your 9. 9-6 is not a bad place to be with your rifles coming in. If you just get some kills, keep the economy of the attackers a little contained. Good initial nade, though. Gonna get some good damage on Daddy Diego.
Dang.
Gonna get that rehealed, but will have no armor. Looking like a 4-player shove here coming A. Players starting to rotate, though, for the defenders. Holding these smokes, trying to push up. Smoke timing is going to be pretty critical. Oh, it's really rough for Mordecai, but he manages to get out. Oh, Raise ult just misses, but does a lot more damage. Chipping away. 2 players, very low. Not that much heal left as well on Sky. Spike, though, going to go down B. A lot of deep sight control into spawn. Oh, gonna catch Barry, though. Does Diego. Flare, gonna get Flare. Attacker Killjoy coming in. SpaghettiOs gets Itchy. 2 versus 5. As he just got to get out. Oh, Flirk lurks and catches Mordecai on Azzy in a 1 versus 5. Would like to get at least 1 rifle out of their hands. They have at least forced out that KJ ult during this round. Azzy might just be... Oh, here comes Flirk potentially working this flank. Nope. Flirk gets their 3rd, 1 away from knives, but still decent position to be in if you're both teams, if we're being honest.
Trippy, kind of tripping there, not checking the corner. I mean, you got the information somebody was CT. You want to at least cover it. You know, you don't want to come out with your knife out. But I mean, it was a bonus, so it wasn't bad. They didn't take any vandals from them, any rifles, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Let's see, important rifle round coming up. Mordecai setting up on C. Looks like we have a BC lean from our attackers. This bird should immediately get a couple people. Yep, get some immediate ping. Knows they got a decent number. Door already broken along for those rotates. 2 players working up into dirt, trying to re-get that ult back onto Parable. Shots being traded back and forth here on B. Spamming Flare takes some damage, but gets away, trading it back. Still 5 versus 5. Doors being open. Rotated. They're heading towards C. Here comes this setup. Dashes over the setup, though. Some getting trapped. Oh, Flurk just wins it onto Barry. Mordecai gets it back. The SpaghettiO trades right back. 3 versus 4. Spike planted. Oh, here comes SpaghettiOs ripping that Viper ult, making this retake that much harder for the Tanukis.
Oh,
Diego worked into a pretty advanced cross-hold position here. Azzy, though, has that flank Parabola waiting for him, tapping away into that smoke. Flash is going to get him. Itchy, though, wins it out onto Diego. Still takes a lot of damage. Low on HP. Having to then enter the Viper ult. Multiple mollies on the spike. Time ticking away. 3 versus 3. Still a very tough retake, though, for the Tanukis. But Flare gets SpaghettiOs. Parable. Flare gets another. 1 versus 2. But oh, he wins it. But I think the time is just not on their side. Everyone dies.
a nice round.
Nice try. NT. But 9-7 now. And a bonus and an eco going to be forced on our defenders.
Flaming
Rifles.
Tanukis economy is just not where you want to be at.
Bit in shambles.
Giving me flashbacks to the 1930s, man.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Well, we haven't had a great crash. Well, we're in that level of depression yet, but
economy-wise.
All right, they're just saving, trying to get some value done. Flare, a bit of a martial demon as we've seen earlier in this game. 3 players, though, kind of leaning A, 2 working up B. Misses that first shot, though, onto Diego. Nade being thrown, trying to clear that space, forcing them to back off. Ults potentially can be gotten by Diego if he can get to an orb. Maybe they're going to try to force that onto him. Itchy kind of giving mid, playing a little back for Spectre, but staying safe and alive. Players mainly rotating out. Diego just opening the door, making them think the rotate appears to be on, or it might just be an elaborate fake. 3 players now up into B. Spike also going to make that a 4th. B explode, inbound, dashing through, runs through the decay. Clerk already very deep. Barry gets that nade out. Just a little bit off. Gonna get a little chip in, but not much. Barry caught knife out by Flurk, who'd work deep into there. SpaghettiOs sitting in there. Azzy, though, also gets trapped by the lurking Diego. Itchy gets 1, gets a 2nd, actually. Trying their best, but it's 3 versus 3. Daddy-O gets 1. Ult popped. Rips it. Catches Itchy. That's 3. All on Mordecai. Light armor in a classic. Verse 3. Ooh, can get a rifle, though. Immediately gets flashed. And where they are. Daddy Diego takes the first contact, wins the duel. But Parable cleans it up. 8-9 now.
Not enough. And Flaming Tanuki is just winning 1 round in the defense side. Not doing enough to push him back a little more. You expect more from double controller, but I don't think it's that bad of a
for the Tanukis.
Of course, we're gonna pull up the scoreboard here a little bit. And
Barry,
Itchy stepping it up. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Barry leading the way with 19 kills in the lobby. Flurk and Daddy Diego on their heels. Parable and Azzy doing good jobs in those supporting roles.
And I think Travis here kind of taking a step back from the attacking KJ, going to to the sky. Not bad. You got 10 assists. You're doing your job. You're helping your team win. But, I mean, that's not what I know Travis for, man. Travis is a fragger. Where is he at?
Well, yeah, tells duelists to share, and they're duelists, so they're not going to share.
They're not doing it, man. Come on, Flurry. You were doing good letting Travis win. What happened?
Flurk, though, got those jet knives on the table.
I think if I'm the coach here.
Available for Itchy. I might, like a nice little Viper play into B, potentially. Have rifles here. Really need to put 2 rounds together to get the economy in your favor.
Right. I think you tell them, hey, guys, no more horsing around. Let's do it.
All right. B and A come the attackers. Sorry, B and C. Aggressive push-up on A, taking a lot of early map control. I do like to see this. Itchy working their way into a nice little tight corner. Dog coming out, really trying to help this push. Flank. Oh, Parable is going to get dogged. They definitely saw him. Broke the turret. Parable's going to have to try to get out.
Itchy?
Itchy trigger discipline. trying to get a few more. Terrible, trying to work their way mid. Flirk gets Barry. Flirk gets Flare. Ah.
No.
And then she's like, should have gotten the kill when I had it. You can feel their internal monologue as the 4-player train rolls towards A in a 3 versus 5. Bit of an over-aggression on that flank hook. Maybe should have just held the space. And now Itchy and Parable potentially into a lurk off. But Itchy taking the more reasonable way. Daddy Diego and Flirk taking so much backside control. Flirk gets Mordecai, third on the round. It's going to be tough for Itchy and Azzy in a 2 versus 5. Parable also working their way in. Azzy and Flirk destined for collision. What a shot by Azzy. 2 versus 4. Time ticking away. Travis just hiding in smokes. Flashes out. Doesn't get anyone. Here comes that ult. Trying to make this work, but Parable has such a big flank. He could get both. Gets one. He's going to get 2. 9-9.
Yikes.
And another eco most likely coming for the Tanukis. They could force some light shield rifles here. They could do a force. Powerful flank from Parable.
Itchy just, props to him with that trigger discipline, but not working in his favor.
Did not work in his favor. Well, when they get 2 picks in another direction, they're gonna go away from you. I really liked the idea though. Spot's still valid though because it wasn't revealed.
Right.
5 players now headed towards C. Itchy jump spots and sees it. Here they come, really getting bullied off, trying to do their best. Using mollies, trying to get out, but here comes the attacker. Killjoy. Flirk gets that first pick again. SpaghettiOs gets Mordecai. Radiant gets Travis gets Azzy. 2 versus 5 very quickly. Killjoy ult. Soon walling him out, but 2 players still working their way from Mound. But the nade's going to delay him a touch. Claire working their way through, but just that stinger in hand gets flashed. Dog comes in, right clicking with the stinger, but Parable wins it out again. Barry gets Parable. 1 versus 3. Stunned up. Gets another. Nade back on hand. 1 versus 3. They'll stop feeding him 1v1s one of these times, maybe. Flirk holding it. Flirk really coming alive on this attacking half. Looks to add to their tally. Nice smoke usage. There though, round rifle in hand. Oh, time running low, ammo running low. Daddy Diego cleans it up for the team ace. 10th round now on the board for Snowcap Gaming as they look to make this a 2-0.
Snowcat Gaming with a lot of momentum here and just doing everything they can to keep stomping Flaming Tanukis, and
their money's so strong. They'll be able to buy for most of the remaining part of the game. But rifles though back in the hand of Snowcap. They're gonna need to try something new. Pull out all the stops here to get this convert this rifle round. Otherwise, they'll be quickly looking at a 12-9 match point. As he taking an aggressive angle. Hasn't taken it yet. Has to make sure that gun doesn't poke. Smoke deployed. Gun style.
The real question is,
they're just very not aware. But the Seeker at the worst possible time. But still gets one onto Diego and gets out. Great play by Azzy. 4 versus 5 in the side of the defenders. They're all kind of rotating through this door. Itchy takes that contact, spamming away. Some damage onto Flirk, but there are 4 players. Itchy gonna need to do some work. So they all come spamming out. Trav gets Itchy to equalize 4 versus 4. Here comes that Cypher. Gonna reveal some of the positions.
Spike planted.
But still, 4 versus 4 post-plant. Util being traded back and forth. Parable gets Mordecai. Azzy working a flank. It's going to need to get some pretty good value out of this. Trav trying to dog them out. Flirk is going to get Barry. Flare spotted out by that dog. 2 versus 4. The retake, the post plants are being very strong. Parable is aware of Azzy. Playing side corner, but Trav takes the fight and wins it. Flare gets 1. Flash comes in. Gets another. 3 bullets left. Hunting 1 versus 2. Time ticking away. There's not enough time. Delays there. Spaghetti kind of whiffs, but cleans it up in the end. 11 now on the board. Surviving with 4 HP.
Crazy. That was very well played. Snowcap Gaming just, showing that super aggression there on Charlie's site, and Itchy not being enough to control it. I don't know. It was working before, but now it doesn't seem like they've been getting enough. They're gonna looks like they're gonna put two mid. Maybe try to get some help over there and see.
It's still two powerful alts though. Still Viper and Raze ult could be what we need to convert this eco round. Barry trying to push up to a little more of a group, getting back. 3 players still kind of lurking, wary of that Raze util. Flash comes in, does catch some. They're trying to be aggressive here out of B. 2 players, though, are holding it. Flash comes back. Fleur gets one onto Mordecai. The aggression then countered. Flare trying to make something work here, but there's just too many there. The aggression punished. 3 versus 5. Here they come, rotating on B. Ult from Barry.
Launch it, Cubby.
Does he know?
Launch
Does
it,
he know?
No.
Diego cleans it up. Just the timing just not in the favor. Itchy, you need to go gigantic here. Does not. Flurk gets their third. Flurk really turning it on his attack. As he with the Bucky, not enough. Flawless round, 12-9. 3 chances at match point for Snowcapped Gaming.
One last fight, everyone. We can do it.
Rifle
Snowcapped
round
Gaming.
on the board.
Yes, this should do.
I'm gonna have to
This goes here. That goes
ask
there.
Unrated what he's telling these guys during those timeouts, man. Like, what? I don't know how in the world you know what's going on, you know? But Flaming Tanukis just not enough manpower to help out. Barry's 21 and Azzy's 15. Well, I mean, never mind. I lied. Mordecai, get to it, man.
Oh, good initial nade. Gonna back flare off that angle. Itchy still out there though. Wins that first duel. Flurk gets flared, trading back immediately. 4 versus 4. Flurk just getting in there with just a shorty, but Itchy cleans him up. 3 versus 5. 3 versus 4.
Here.
A flash comes in, gets Mordecai. Still waiting. Spaghettio's ripping the ult. Plant coming down. Spamming back and forth into a Pebble. Gets some damage, but is gonna get healed up. Mordecai's starting to work their way into the smoke, trying to find something. KJ Util coming out, delaying them even more. Time ticking away. Travis playing tight angle, runs right into Barry, gets the kill there. 3 versus 3. Mordecai, big kill onto Spaghettios. All comes down. Radiant trades back though. 2 versus 2. Is she trying to push him off? Vulnerable to little. Radiant gets one. Azzy gets both!
Azzy! Let's go!
Azzy keeping the Tanuki hopes alive. 10-12. 2 chances remain for the Snowcapped Gaming.
All right. Let's be real, man. We need Azzy on a team. Like, come on, man.
You can't take my co-caster. I need him.
Hey, Striker, come on. Let's talk business, man. Let's make a trade, okay? We'll give you Mordecai. Give me Azzy, please. Come on. I can make this
can't
happen.
give up my caster.
Who I need to talk to? Fuzzy Balls? Or not Fuzzy Ball. That's my
You gotta
player.
talk to
Fuzzy
Azzy's
Peach,
agent.
Fuzzy Peach.
You gotta talk to Azzy's agent.
Azzy's agent? No, Azzy is his own agent.
That's the real conundrum, isn't it?
Dang it, man. We're gonna be looking here at Asher's face. Never mind. We're going back to Mordecai. All right.
Unrated, trying to calls the timeout, trying to tell his players what they need to secure this map and the match.
I
I'm
mean,
sure it
looking
has
like a
some-
very tough buy, anyways, from Flaming Tanukis.
Their money is a little weak, but light armor rifles can be bought here by a decent chunk of the player base. Itchy going bold. No armor, just a rifle. I don't know, if I'm Itchy, part of me just is like, there we go. I think Spectre or Judge and just rip your ult somewhere and be like, you can't come
Right.
near me.
Don't
Shoo,
you
shoo.
dare.
All right. Sky and Jet all available.
There.
For the attackers, Sky, Astra, and oh, yeah, here's that ult, just taking a B control. Actually trying to take some aggressive space. As he takes that first contact, kind of misses, but it's fine, gets out. All comes in. 5 players flooding A
Oh.
for the attackers. Daddy Diego now 1 away from ult. Flurk running in,
No.
gets that first pick onto Barry. 4 versus 5. Flurk has been a first kill monster in this half. Mordecai working their way up with Azzy. Flurk though holding them. Oh, good flash. Oh, but there's trading back and forth. Damage being traded. Damage being traded. Jumps down in. Radiant, though, gets Azzy Spaghettio. Cleans it up. Radiant gets Mordecai. 2 versus 5. All on Flare and Itchy. Gets 1. Does Flare. Oh, here comes the attacker Killjoy, making things even tougher. Time ticking away. Oh, try to push and break it. Can't break that way, though. Oh, they might get caught. Time so low. Flare caught by the ult. The door comes for the hunt. Terrible, not over pushing, playing things smart. Time so low, so low. Tick, 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 tick. I don't think there's enough time at this point. Spaghettios cleans up Itchy. It's all on Flare. Bomb's about to detonate, but Daddy-O gets that last kill. 13-10. As this match will go 2-0 to Snow-Capped Gaming.
And a GG's all around.
Much closer second map, but just a few key rounds going in the favor of Snow-Capped Gaming as they secure their first match win of the season, putting both teams at 1-1. But if you're a Tanukis fan, whole squad wasn't there. You'll get them next time. You will
Right.
play them again.
I mean, all I'm saying is, we did very well except for that first match. That match was, we don't talk about that match. But, a little bit of a closer side there on Lotus. I mean, not really much you can do when you have Flirt going 27 and such.
7 first bloods.
7 first bloods. Flirt stepping it up. And
big round from Flirk.
Very, very props to him. Daddy Diego right behind him as well, just helping him as his fellow duelist. I think our attack was really well. I think you put a little more on defense, focusing a little more on your defense there, and it could have gone the other way around, but it's okay.
Yeah, but a few key clutches went out by Parable that I think really really limited a even larger lead for the Tanukis in that first half.
Right, and I believe what time is it? We should try to get a.
And we will be doing interviews this week due to production issues. But looking forward, we have another full weekend with games. We'll hopefully try to be able to bring you some streams potentially tomorrow and maybe Sunday, depending upon our availabilities. But we have another 3 matches. Keep your eyes out for announcements for stream. Again, command Discord to come join us at the Mystic Valorant Association Discord. Still not too late to join. If you see what you're liking and you meet the player criteria for either Asphodel or Elysium, which is pretty much don't be immortal, you will take a 1-week penalty, but then you can start playing in games if people need subs, or you can start trying out. So come on over, join us, join our fun community.
Right. And I mean, just like Striker said, you'll take a 1-week restriction. After that 1-week restriction, you are eligible to be picked up by any team. It's a little bit hard because you aren't able to really showcase what you can. So we're gonna maybe try to discuss with, not just production, but any other any other admins, moderators that we can see maybe just some scrimmages or some 10-mans. That way you can see what you provide for other teams. But that's all not talked about just yet. However, it is free.
It's free. We do also have a 10-man's portion of the server.
Right.
You can make a name for yourself, and let's be real here.
Could
I know you, Obama, and all the other GMs. They're always looking for talent.
Of course. So at this point, I believe it is time to go and say our goodbyes. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning into the stream. A lot of you guys on chat, thank you all for supporting. I appreciate Striker for being here. It's a little bit of a last minute thing for this stream, so it was not 100% professional, but hey, we did what we could, what we got. So,
yep, hope you all enjoyed it. Shout out to Shapeboy for running the stream and observing for us tonight. And hopefully we'll see you for some other action this weekend. Night, everyone.
Good night, guys.